Researchers have found an imbalance in the brain chemistry of young people addicted to smartphones and the internet. Scientists in South Korea used magnetic resonance spectroscopy to gain unique insight into the brains of smartphone addicted teens and linked addiction to feelings of depression and anxiety. Dr. Christopher Whitlow is a neuroscientist and the chief of neurodiology at the Wake Forest School of Medicine. He attended the Radiological Society of North America meeting yesterday, where the research was presented. Christopher, good morning. Welcome to our program.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Tell us, first of all, about how the study was conducted.
Yeah, so this group studied a group of smartphone-addicted teenagers, and they got brain imaging, the one that you mentioned, magnetic resonance spectroscopy, to measure these specific brain chemicals, including one called GABA that affects brain function. And they focused on a specific brain area called the anterior cingulate, which has been implicated in other forms of addiction. And then scanning took place before and then after behavioral therapy for their addiction. And this was all compared to a group of non-addicted teens who are also scanned using a similar procedure.
Interesting. So first, I want to go back even a little bit further. How do you define addiction in teens? Because most of us feel like we're addicted now to our cell phones.
Yeah, I don't know exactly the methods that they use to do that, but usually addiction is defined as something that interferes with your ability to kind of carry out your daily activities.
And so are younger people more susceptible to these types of neurological disorders based on their use of the internet and their smartphones?
I don't really think we know the answer to that question. I mean, certainly addiction and addictive behaviors frequently manifest during the teenage years. I don't think anyone could say that internet use specifically causes addiction, but again, there's a lot we don't know about exposure to technology and these peripheral electronic devices like smartphones and how they affect the brain. I think. Oh, go ahead.
And I was going to ask then, what about the links to depression and anxiety? How do you explain that?
Yeah, sure. So, people who have addictions to whatever it is, part of the addiction cycle is using something that you're addicted to help you with your depression and anxiety. And part of the parts of the brain that are affected in addiction are circuits that mediate those kinds of feelings and behaviors.
So what's the takeaway from all of this, doctor?
Yeah, so I think that that for some people, some people could be at risk for kinds of activating addiction type circuits due to their smartphones. I don't think that that people are at risk for developing addictions by using their smartphones. And I think the other take home message is that with behavioral therapy, you can alter the addiction cycle in the brain and perhaps find some relief of those symptoms.
All right. Appreciate you being with us today, Dr. Christopher Whitlow.
Thank you.